Chayton fell down after.
Good morning, day 74. It is Monday. No, it is Tuesday, May 26th. And it is also Blueberry Cheesecake Day, which we had cheesecake for dessert last night, but I got small ones on purpose so that I could make blueberry cheesecake today so that we weren't overly cheesecaked out. I might look up a few other alternate recipes for a blueberry cheesecake as well, so it's not just a cheesecake, and maybe we can make some other treats as well. But that is what I have on the agenda today, and apparently I am wearing blue for Blueberry Day, which I wasn't thinking about this morning. It was just a comfy t-shirt to put on. I might start filming another Disney spoof music video. I started writing one, so we'll see if I get enough done so that I can get that done. Let's go enjoy the day. It's nice outside. It's really nice out. So we got Talon's drop off this morning for his school stuff. Raven has her last day of school today, doing a Zoom meeting. Lots of things going on. So we're almost. Roll down our windows. I see Mrs. Olsen. We already got his bag. Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
Hi, buddy.
Let's go see Amy. She's working the 4th grade line, so. Yeah, Amy's right there. We have a little bit of a addition for today. So I had gone to drop off Talon stuff this morning at between 9 and 9:30. And it's super hot outside, and one of my good friends is working the drop-off pickup stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Walmart and get them some ice and water and popsicles, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna load up Chayton and bring him with, and then we're gonna take them some fans and squirt guns and all the goodies, so that way they can try and keep a little on the cooler side while they're there. So for breakfast today, when I ran to the store real quick, I got some of the spring roll wrappers. These are brown rice ones. I'm not sure if that's gonna change the flavor, but I thought we could do like a blueberry cheesecake lumpia, similar to what we made before. I do have this whipped mixed berry Philadelphia yogurt or cream cheese. And I have some blueberries from the party that the blueberries themselves are fine. So let's just make a couple of these and see how it turns out. It'll be like a blueberry cheesecake breakfast. This way we can see how the wrappers turn out. Oh, they're kind of hard, so what do we do? Dip wrapper in warm water, then lay flat. Then put the ingredients in the middle. Okay, so we need some warm water. I've got a thing of warm water in this pie dish. So I'm just gonna set these in here. Now, I'm not sure if I was supposed to do it one at a time though, so that they don't stick together, but okay, let that soak. Okay. You got Talon shoes on? And so we've got them all in here, and we're just gonna pop them in for probably about, I'll start it for like 6 minutes at like 350. It was still pretty soft, so I put it in at 400 for another 5 minutes. All right, let's see if they, oh, they exploded. They totally exploded.
Are you laughing at mommy?
Let's see what we can get out. Oh, that was just too long in there.
Not a good idea. Failure. I mean, they look good still. Oh, it's all sticky. I'm gonna let these sit up, and hopefully by the time we get back, they'll be ready to be eaten. Okay, let's see. Still not like crispy. It's gonna fall apart, but let's try this. Would be better crispy, but because of the whipped cream cheese that I put in, it's very sweet. They didn't add any additional sugar, so it might not look like a success, but it tastes like a success. Not even the thin part got really crispy. I'll have to look into that. Do you guys like my recording studio inside the car? Because I have my laptop with me, and I'm gonna look up a karaoke version of the song that I'm gonna do. And I'm just gonna sing in here so I don't wake Chayton and so I don't have outside noise. So the car is actually probably the best place for me to be, other than an actual like recording studio. I thought that I would, on top of making the cheesecake, that I would make some blueberry cheesecake truffles. So what I'm gonna do is whip up the cream cheese with some powdered sugar and then put a little bit of granulated sugar on the blueberries and mash them up. For the blueberries, we are going to use a tablespoon of granulated sugar with an approximate 1/3 to 1/2 cup of blueberries. And we are just gonna mash those with a fork. The fork didn't quite do exactly as much as I wanted, so I'm taking a nut cup tool and wrapping it in foil so that way the blueberries don't stain it. We're gonna use that to mash it. The cream cheese is 1 block of cream cheese, and we are going to add about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of powdered sugar and blend that until it is smooth. To get the right texture, we are gonna add some graham cracker crumbs to the cream cheese mixture. Then we are going to fold in the blueberries into the cream cheese mixture. I can't find my melon baller, so I have to use 2 spoons and scoop the combined mixture into balls, and we are going to put them in the freezer. We'll just stick these in the freezer and let them set, and then we'll roll them in some graham cracker crumbs. Here are our frozen blueberry bites. And here is the breadcrumbs, or the cookie crumbs. So it's pretty well frozen. We're gonna take them out and we are going to roll them in crushed graham cracker. Should we try it?
Yeah, I want
Try one. Pick one.
this one.
Cheers. Cheers.
You good?
It's cold.
Good. This is tasty.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Next time, I'd make sure I had more breadcrumbs, more cookie crumbs to put inside to get it to stay more solid. And I'd probably do these in smaller bites. But it wasn't bad for a first try without a recipe. So we're gonna start on the cheesecake because that is ultimately gonna be about a 2 to 3 hour process from beginning to end. So we're gonna get started on that. And because of our issues with the oven yesterday, I'm gonna cook this in the Instapot. So I can put the recipe that I found this on the description. So that way, if you wanna try making a blueberry cheesecake in an Instapot, you'll have it. So we're just gonna add 1 cup of graham cracker crumbs and 4 tablespoons of melted butter into here to make the crust. And once we get that, that has to go in the freezer. Now we're gonna make the cheesecake filling, which is gonna be 2.5 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 2 eggs, and then we are going to use 3/4 of it, and the rest of it is gonna be blended with a cup of blueberries. And then we are gonna put the blueberry layer on top of the plain layer and then marble it in. It is super full and hopefully super good. So let's see what we need to cook it at. So we put 1 cup of water in and then gently put this bowl in. And then we are going to cover it and put it on high pressure
for 25 minutes. Pressure cook, pressure level high, time 25. And there it goes. Okay, it beeped that it is done, so we are going to release the pressure valve. Whoa! You see the smoke? I'm not 100% sure this is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, well I got it out. It is definitely wobbly, but so was Kevin's birthday cheesecake. Just had to set up and cool off, so hopefully it sets up.
Keep on moving. Don't stop moving. Don't stop moving. Don't stop moving. It looks transparent. Oh my gosh, this is so... My gosh, she's so heavy. I can't even keep her balance. Try and keep it down. Ah! Oh! Maybe try and be his sister.
Are you having fun watching your sister learn to ride a bike? Yeah, your sister learning? Yeah.
Pedal the whole time. Pedal the whole time.
Pedal.
Your head.
Keep pedaling. 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 Keep pedaling. Pedaling.
I stopped the block. I
All
ran.
right. Pedal, 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 pedal.
Look at me, look at me, look at me. Where's pedal? Okay. Pedal, pedal.
You can't get me. You can't get me. You can't get me. Oh!
You take that.
Chayton,
Hey, Mom.
you have a popsicle.
Mommy?
Is that a popsicle or a lightsaber? Because you're kind of holding it out like you wanted to fight. Are you learning to ride a bike too? Can you put your hand here?
They fall down.
Okay. Ooh. Can you do your pedals? Can you put your foot right there? Put that foot, yep, like that. And then we push. You all wet? And Chayton just goes and plays in the puddles.
I'm not wet enough. There's some more water in here.
You're silly. It's not as solid as I would have thought it would be. But let's try cutting into it and see what happens. Yeah, that's definitely not solidified. I mean, it's not like liquid, but it's definitely not solid. Let's try it and see. It's not terrible. I mean, it tastes good, but the texture isn't quite there. It's interesting. Almost like banana pot cream pie. It's like that texture. I'm gonna eat the rest of this though still. I might, whoever doesn't want a piece tonight, I might put it back in the fridge and see if it solidifies by tomorrow. We'll see. That was Blueberry Cheesecake Day. And although I wouldn't say that the Blueberry Cheesecake stuff was a success, I don't quite consider it a failure. None of them really looked pretty, but they tasted great. So that's really the important part, is how it tastes. And we'll check on the blueberry cheesecake later to see if it did actually solidify. I'm a little oily because I put some vitamin E on my face. I'm gonna get ready for bed because it is almost bedtime. So I'm gonna get some sleep, and who knows what the next episode will be. But until then, we'll see you at the next Meyer marker.